As we left the village, we were struck by the native Papuans' ancient ceremonies of mourning and self-inflicted scars of grief. But as we travelled deeper into the highlands, we learned they were also capable of employing ancient means to exact revenge on Indonesian soldiers.
Have you ever had to fight in Indonesia?
Of course.
Did you kill him?
Yeah, of course.
You've killed also?
Yeah.
How many?
5.
5. How did you kill him?
Yes, have a traditional weapon.
Which one's special for man? And which one?
But it's special for men.
This one?
Yeah. This mixed with poisons.
With poison?
Poison.
So you put the poison on here?
Yeah, poison here, you know.
And how quickly did the man die?
5 minutes. 5 minutes and die.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's no measure against weapons, against guns, eh?
Yeah.
Back in Wamena, an Indonesian show of force. The army and the police have taken to the streets to celebrate their Independence Day. This is not a tourist event. At the official ceremony, we were the only Westerners watching among a crowd of sullen Papuans and starting to feel increasingly uncomfortable about the attention we're receiving from the Indonesians. So here we are in the middle of the Indonesian Independence Day celebrations. After what we've been hearing the past few days, it feels very strange, quite weird, right in the middle of this. Indonesia says its presence in West Papua is justified. A selected group of Papuans voted for annexation in 1969. Many Papuans claim the vote was rigged and are demanding a new referendum. After several days of working in the highlands here, we've decided that we're starting to outstay our welcome, and it's definitely time to start leaving. We're getting a few looks, and too many people are starting to keep a very close eye on us. We made our way to the capital of West Papua, Jayapura. This is overwhelmingly an Indonesian city. 80% of the population is Muslim. The native Papuans are mainly Christian. It's absolutely crawling with Indonesian military and police, and with lots of Indonesian settlers. It's much more difficult for us to actually operate here. We made our way to the most recent focus of Indonesian security, Jayapura's university. In March this year, a student protest here turned into a riot. We obtained this film from an Australian Christian missionary. It shows Indonesian police opening fire on Papuan students. What it does not show is angry students then beating 4 Indonesian security personnel to death. We wanted to find out what the protest was about, but many of the students involved were now on the run. Getting to them would involve linking up with a new contact from the underground and another elaborate trip into the Papuan forests to give the police the slip. Our contact told us scores of student protesters were in hiding in the mountains. Jimmy had trekked for over 2 weeks, especially to meet us. He told me the police will always be hunting him down. He doesn't feel safe. The only way to feel safe, he said, would be in a free West Papua. I asked him what they were protesting about. That the students were protesting against the Freeport mine, the big American gold and copper mine here in Papua. He's saying that the people feel they get no profit from that mine. Jimmy disappeared back into the jungle and to an uncertain future. From what he and the others had told us, it was becoming clear that Papuan unrest isn't just about Indonesian rule. It's also about control of Papua's biggest natural resource, the giant Freeport gold and copper mine in Timika in the south of the province. Unfortunately, for foreigners who don't work at the mine, it's extremely difficult to get to Timika. You need government permission and a special pass, which we're very unlikely to get, and even when we're there, we could get busted.
Freeport is the biggest gold mine in the world. It's been here since 1970, but few journalists have been allowed to visit and fewer still able to film. These pictures of mining operations were shot by activists a few years ago. At Sorogo, one of our contacts in the West Papuan resistance had managed to film what he claimed were the effects of the mine on the surrounding environment and smuggle his footage out to us.
Tree died.
He showed me pictures of dead trees which local tribespeople claim were killed by waste from the mine. He filmed people panning for gold in the mine's tailings. It was here in February, he says, that security forces opened fire on a group of Papuans panning for gold without a permit. There were injuries on both sides. Freeport says it spends millions of its revenue on local sustainable development programs. Some Papuans say that's not enough and that the presence of the mine brings other problems.
Freeport came to Papuan problem. Papuan don't free, Papuan kill. People die, anything, animals, trees, die.
Many soldiers, many police are there to protect the mine. That causes all sorts of problems to people, and not many jobs and not much land left. So it's a cause of increasing anger and discontent among the Papuans.
Freeport says the mine has been designated by the Indonesian government as a vital national asset, so the military plays a significant role in protecting the area. It says its own private security personnel comply with a strict human rights policy. It also says it's committed to minimising, mitigating and rehabilitating environmental impacts in order to work towards sustainability, and a long-term monitoring program meets Indonesian and US environmental standards.